Hello there, I'm Liyana Hassanel and this is Nightline. The headlines. Perlis MB released on MACC bail after 7 hours of questioning. And Bersatu's Che Gubar charged under Sedition Act again. The headlining story. Perlis Menteri Besar Mohd Shukri Ramli has been released on the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC bail after giving a statement relating to an abuse of power investigation. The probe involves infrastructure development projects in the state from 2022. MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki confirmed to TV3 that Mohd Shukri was held at the MACC headquarters at 11 a.m. on Tuesday for a statement to be taken under the MACC Act 2009. The Menteri Besar was in the MACC building about 8 hours before leaving at 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
Sikit. Salam.
Baik.
Kes dipanggil mengikut kes apa, Datuk?
Macam-macam kes.
Macam-macam kes?
Okey.
Section apa, YB? Section 53 ke?
Tak pasti. Saya tak pasti.
Oh, lepas ni akan dipanggil balik tak? Tak ada. Last lah ini. Okey.
Prior to that, Azam told TV3 that Mohd Shukri's statement was taken in accordance with the provision of the law. It includes detaining him before recording a cautioned statement from him according to Section 53 of the MACC Act 2009. Azam said the MACC decided not to remand Mohd Shukri on Tuesday and released him on bail after a statement has been recorded. Therefore, there was no question that the Perlis Menteri Besar was not detained. Earlier, Mohd Shukri posted a statement on social media asking those concerned not to spread fake news about the detention issue. That statement was made after some media reported that he was detained when he appeared at the MACC headquarters in Putrajaya to have his statement recorded. Mohd Shukri arrived at the Putrajaya MACC headquarters at approximately 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Azam said the MACC investigating officer was instructed to complete the investigation of the case within 1 month. Last Sunday, MACC was reported to be investigating a senior leader in the northern region of the country, suspected of appointing several companies linked to him involving a supply project estimated at 300,000 ringgit. The leader is also suspected of appointing several companies for road repair and maintenance works, involving an allocation of approximately 1 million ringgit from the Menteri Besar office, where the companies are believed to be linked with the son of the said leader. Meanwhile, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has advised against assuming the worst in the MACC summoning of Shukri on Tuesday. Zahid said the government would leave the matter to MACC and the Attorney General's Chambers, AGC, should an investigation paper be prepared.
Kita hufnuzon, berbaik sangka, dan kita serahkan kepada SPRM untuk melakukan siasatan, dan kita lihatlah sama ada SPRM menjadikan IP kertas siasatan dan diserahkan kepada Jabatan Pegawai Negara. Dan jika ada asas, kita serah pada mahkamah lah dalam perkara ini.
Zahid said this in response to questions by the media who approached the UMNO leader at a Hari Raya event in Kuala Lumpur on Tuesday. When asked if the issue is seen as political persecution against opposition leaders, he described the claim as a standard attempt to politicize everything. In the meantime, in Kangar, the state government leadership stressed that the investigation does not affect state administration nor Mohd Shukri's position as Menteri Besar.
Ya, kita teruskan macam biasa, berjalan macam biasa. Cuma yang mana yang terlibat dengan kesihatan tu, semua pihak akan beri kerjasama yang baiklah. Kerana ada juga bahagian-bahagian yang dipanggil, kan, pegawai kerajaan yang dipanggil untuk kesihatan tu, kita beri kerjasama yang baik.
Asrul Imran, who is also State Pass Information Chief, also confirmed that the MACC previously only searched the Menteri Besar's office on the third floor of the State Assembly complex building involved. The operation did not include the Assemblyman's office on the second floor. In Johor, Bersatu Information Committee member Badrul Hisham Shaharin was charged in the Johor Bahru Sessions Court on Tuesday for publishing seditious material on social media on Friday. The 45-year-old, more popularly known as Cikgu Bart, claimed trial to the charge immediately after it was read before Judge Rasidah Rosli. He was alleged to have committed the offence regarding the purported casino project in Forest City, which has since been denied via his Facebook account with the handle Cikgu Bart. The offence was said to have been committed at Mutiara Villa, Bukit Bintang in Kuala Lumpur at 6:30 p.m. on April 26th. The charge was framed under the Sedition Act 1948, which carries a punishment of a maximum fine of 5,000 ringgit or a jail term of up to 3 years or both. The court set bail of 10,000 ringgit with one surety and set June 24th for re-mention of the case for the submission of documents and for trial dates to be set. Wan Muhammad Azri Wan Deritz, better known as Papao, was detained by police for allegedly making a scandalous statement involving the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussein said he was detained at his home in Sitapa on Tuesday. Razaruddin added that he was detained after a report was lodged by a 41-year-old trader who saw a video while going through social media at his home on Monday. The statement was allegedly in a video clip made by Papao lasting 2 minutes and 46 seconds, where he questioned the king's decision to grant an audience to the founder of KK Mart stores. Wan Azri was also said to have claimed in the video clip that the ruler was the one who had given orders that Bersatu Information Committee member Badrul Hisham Shaharin, better known as Cikgu Bart, be prosecuted under the Sedition Act. Razaruddin said the case was being investigated under the Sedition Act 1948 and the Multimedia and Communications Act 1998. The investigation paper involving 10 individuals detained in connection with Israeli Shalom Avitan will be referred to the Attorney General's chambers this week. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Datuk Rusdi Muhammad Isa said a discussion would be held to determine the next course of action to be taken against suspects who are currently held under the Security Offences Special Measures Act SOSMA.
Sama ada kita tuduh bila kita ada evidence, kita bebas bila kita tak ada evidence, atau kita usir bila dia warga negara asing.
He explained that the detention of the 7 local men under SOSMA will end on May 14th and that of the 3 foreigners on May 15th. On April 19th, it was reported that a total of 18 people were detained in connection with the Israeli. 3 of them, Avitan and a local married couple, have since been charged, while 5 others have been released. The other 10 individuals so far have been held under SOSMA, with investigation conducted under Section 130V(1) of the Penal Code for Organised Crime. As Malaysia marks Labour Day on May 1st, it faces a pivotal moment in its economic and technological journey. Amidst demographic shifts and technological advancements, the nation's workforce navigates a complex landscape of challenges and opportunities in the ever-evolving employment sphere. Our reporter Alif Yunus has the report.
The convergence of an aging population and the swift assimilation of artificial intelligence, AI and automation technologies across various sectors signals a transformative shift in Malaysia's labour market. These dual phenomena are not isolated occurrences, but rather interconnected trends that are fundamentally altering the dynamics of employment, skills demand and workforce participation. While some raise concerns about the emergence of AI in the workplace, others believe that the transition to digital integration should be managed effectively.
I feel some sector, especially the manual sector, will be affected because of replaced with the new technology, especially AI.
Basically, we are moving in a right direction by implementing AI, but this transition need to be managed well.
I think in my own perspective, there are enough training and also education, but we need to explore more on what is actually company target for their workers.
In response to these challenges, Malaysian Trade Union Congress MTUC President Muhammad Effendi Abdul Ghani stresses the importance of collaboration with stakeholders to advance age-inclusive policies. This ensures that both older and new workers can thrive in evolving industries.
A few things that we need to voice up. One is about the advocate for the age-sensitive workplace policy, and second to facilitate the upskilling and reskilling program for the workers, and also to provide a support network and resources for the employer and also the employees. And number 4 is to advocate for the workplace flexibility, and of course you need to foster the collaborations and dialogue between the workers.
He added that these proactive measures aligns with the government's effort to implement Malaysia Human Capital Development Programs and the National HR Policy Framework, which is set to be launched on May 1st. Effendi also highlights the crucial role of technical and vocational education and training TVET programs in preparing individuals for the workforce by providing practical skills and knowledge needed for specific industries. By understanding and tackling the challenges brought by changes in demographics and technology, Malaysia can create a strong and fair job market where everyone, regardless of age, can succeed in the changing economy. Alif Yunus, TV3.
Indonesia's Ruang volcano erupts again. News from the foreign front when we return.
Indah macam dulu-dulu riang-riang, sisimu indah macam dulu-dulu aku rindu, rasa macam dulu-dulu mesra tanpa rasa malu, rasa macam dulu-dulu aku rindu.
Awak? Potong bawang pun menangis ke? Taklah, saya tengah tengok ni drama raya dekat Tonton lah. Ya ke? Nak tengok juga? Macam mana awak download? Ya, senang je cari Tonton dalam Google Play ataupun dekat App Store. Lepas tu awak download, awak sign up. Senang kan? Lepas tu, lepas tu jangan lupa masukkan nombor telefon, email, password paling penting.
Lepas tu tinggal tunggu TAC je kan?
Pandai. Lepas ni kalau nak keluar beraya, bolehlah layan semua favourite awak dekat Tonton je.
Janji.
Janji.
The foreign front. Indonesia's remote Mount Ruang volcano erupted several times again on Tuesday, forcing evacuations, the closure of a nearby international airport, and the raising of the alert level to its highest. According to the country's volcanology agency, the volcano erupted at about 1:15 a.m. local time, sending a tower of ash more than 5 kilometers into the sky. The agency has reinstated a 6-kilometer exclusion zone and said locals should be aware of the potential for ejections of incandescent rocks, hot clouds and tsunamis due to eruption material entering the sea. Authorities had also warned that the threat from the volcano was not over after it erupted more than half a dozen times this month, sparking the evacuation of more than 6,000 people. Indonesia, a vast archipelago nation, experiences frequent seismic and volcanic activity due to its position on the Pacific Ring of Fire. The Philippines on Tuesday said one of its boats was damaged during another altercation with Chinese Coast Guard vessels in a disputed area of the South China Sea. It was reported that the Philippine ship sustained damage to its railing and canopy after 2 Chinese ships blasted them with water cannons. The Philippine Coast Guard issued a statement saying the incident occurred while two of its boats were delivering food and fuel to fishermen working near the Scarborough Shoal, a fisheries-rich atoll seized by China in 2012, despite it being inside the Philippines' 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. They also said that China has installed a floating barrier across the entrance to the shoal. Meanwhile, China's foreign ministry, after the incident, urged the Philippines to stop provocations and to not challenge China's determination to safeguard its sovereignty. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Tuesday has renewed his promise that Israel will launch a ground assault on Rafah in southern Gaza amid shaky ongoing truce talks to reach a ceasefire deal. Netanyahu said the Zionist regime will destroy Hamas's battalions there with or without a deal to achieve a total victory in the nearly 7-month war. This comes as Israel and Hamas are negotiating a potential ceasefire agreement and an exchange of hostages held by Hamas in Gaza for prisoners held in Israeli jails. However, Hamas has repeatedly said it will not accept a deal that does not include a permanent ceasefire and a complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza, which have been major sticking points in negotiations. Meanwhile, Zionist air and drone strikes have killed 3 people in Nusayrat refugee camp and 2 people in Gaza City, bringing the number of Palestinians killed in Gaza to at least 34 in the last 24 hours. Malaysia suffer yet another loss against Denmark. Sports after this breather.
Geng di Lembah Kelang, jomlah beraya di Karnival Jom Heboh edisi Raya Babas di Putrajaya untuk aneka keriangan bersama keluarga. Temui selebriti studio tonton drama sangat seperti Era Fazira, Radin Zaharatul dan Lan Solo, personaliti media prima dan maskot kami. Juga saksikan dan sertai aktiviti menarik, pesta makanan, hiburan dan hadiah percuma untuk semua sepanjang hari. Temui anda semua 3 hingga 5 Mei ini di tapak parkir Presin 3 Putrajaya mulai jam 9 pagi. Jom, jom, jom!
Dah dapat kad raya lah. Ke hadapan Adinda Ko Amira, sudahkah Adinda melanggan Tonton Up? Kekanda sudah memindahkan RM9.90 untuk Adinda memilih pakej Tonton Up yang paling murah. Hanya perlu isi email, kata laluan dan tekan butang daftar masuk. Pilih butang Tonton Up. Hanya RM9.90 sahaja. Raya Adinda akan jadi lebih meriah. Wah, senang je rupanya. Murah pun murah. Lepas ni dah boleh layan semua favourite drama dekat Tonton je lah.
Jentik hati dengan seleksi kisah yang menyuluh keinsafan dalam diri.
Kamu yakin kamu mau menikah sama Mas Rian? Kamu cinta nggak sama Mas Rian? Tapi saya tidak akan memaafkan.
Ini aku, Bu. Ibu nggak ingat?
Demi Allah, Bu, bukan saya yang ngambil. Bener kamu yang ngambil nih.
Ada jin yang mendiami tubuh Keisha. Gimana bisa, Bu?
Naluri setiap Jumaat 3 petang. Hanya di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
We're back with sports, badminton, the 2024 Thomas Cup. The national team failed to break their jinx against Denmark as they lost 2-3 in the final Group D fixture on Tuesday evening. Professional shuttler Lee Zijia did not get the start he wanted for Malaysia in the first singles after losing 16-21, 22-24 to world number 1 Victor Axelsen. Former world champions doubles pair Aaron Chia So Hui Yik drew level for Malaysia by beating world number 4 Kim Astrup Anders Skarup Rasmussen 17-21, 21-17, 21-16 to make it 1-1. In the second singles, Leong Junhao put up a good fight against world number 4 Anders Antonsen before losing 14-21, 10-21, handing Denmark the advantage again. National world number 15 pair Goza Fei Nur Izzuddin Rubsani leveled the score at 2-2 after coming out on top over world number 18 pair Rasmus Kjær Fredrik Sogard 23-21, 22-20 in the second doubles. Singles debutant Justin Haw had a chance to be the team's hero. However, he also went down 13-21, 21-19, 13-21 to world number 26 Rasmus Gemke in the deciding match. Both Malaysia and Denmark are through to the quarterfinals, but the latter will be seeded by virtue of being the group champions. Football now, the 2024 AFC Under-23 Asian Cup. Japan secured a place in the men's football competition at the 2024 Paris Olympics after beating Iraq 2-0 in the semi-finals on Tuesday. The young Samurai Blue opened the scoring just before the half-hour mark, with Mao Hosoya controlling a flighted pass from Joel Fujita and beating goalkeeper Hussein Hassan Amoyed Rasutim with a measured shot on the turn. Ryotaro Araki then sealed the 2-0 victory in the closing minutes of the first half, finishing off Fujita's slick through ball. Iraq had no answer to their opponent's dominance, and Japan eased into Friday's final, where they will look to beat Uzbekistan and win the competition for a second time. On to tennis, the 2024 Madrid Open. Rafael Nadal withstood his toughest test yet after he needed 3 sets and more than 3 hours to get past world number 91 Pedro Cachin. The 37-year-old Spaniard, however, did not show any signs of physical limitations as he won 6-1, 6-7, 6-3 to make it to the round of 16. The 5-time champion will face 30th-seeded Jiří Lehecka of the Czech Republic for a place in the quarterfinals. In the women's category, world number 2 Aryna Sabalenka ended Danielle Collins' 15-match winning streak in the 4th round. Sabalenka came from a set down to defeat the red-hot American 4-6, 6-4, 6-3 to move into her first WTA 1000 quarterfinal of the season. The Belarusian will take on Russian young star Mira Andreeva next. Earlier, Madison Keys defeated third-seeded Coco Gauff in a 3-set thriller, winning 7-6, 4-6, 6-4 in a match that lasted for 2 hours and 31 minutes. The American will next play Ans Jabeur for a place in the last 4. MACC nabs Johor utility execs over alleged kickbacks and forgery. The details when Nightline returns.
Yang ni sebabkan kau lambat. Anda semua
Sudah bersedia
untuk drama? Semuanya di
Ramadan Raya ini.
Ha?
Apa tu? Serius ah? Tengok je.
Jap.
Lelaki ada pilihan dalam hidup.
Tapi dia kenalah bertanggungjawab atas pilihan dia.
Betul. Itu barulah namanya lelaki.
Kau jangan menyibuk hal orang.
Dia kena lepas dari lelaki gila tu.
Wanita adalah orang yang perlu dihargai.
Betul. Dan ia juga perlu dihormati. Dan jangan sesekali mengkhianati. Kita maafkan kau.
Okey, kau tak nak, lupakan.
Farah mesti akan dapat.
Kuih ni ada macam-macam rasa. Macam tu jugalah dengan kehidupan kita.
Awaklah kan yang pergi kecam kuih saya dekat media sosial tu.
Di mana kan saya tahu awak yang jual kuih tak sedap?
Je, dah lah, jangan marah. Mami tu kan memang cepu. Anja kena menganggut.
Ha? Suami dia nampak baik sangat tapi dia curang.
Saksikan
Wanita Syurga di slot Akasia. Iskandar Cempaka
di slot Lestari, eksklusif di TV3 dan Tonton.
Kuih muah eksklusif di Tonton.
lelaki itu
di slot
Samarinda.
yang drama,
yang hangat,
yang sensasi
dan favourite anda semestinya di TV3 dan tonton.
Welcome back. The Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, has detained 2 high-ranking officers of a water supply company in Johor on suspicion of receiving bribes from 2 contractors. The suspects were taken to Johor Bahru Magistrates Court on Tuesday morning for a remand application, during which Magistrate Nurzihan Abdul Rahman issued a 1-day remand order against the duo. According to an MACC source, the 2 men aged 36 and 40 were detained at the Selangor MACC office at about 2 p.m. on Monday. It is understood that an investigation has been launched in response to complaints lodged against them in 2023 for allegedly receiving bribes from 2 contractors for assisting their companies in securing service and supply contracts from the water supply company. The source added that both of them had also allegedly submitted documents containing false information regarding an application for donations amounting to 3.3 million ringgit for a program that was not fully implemented. Johor MACC Director Dato' Azmi Alias, when contacted, confirmed the arrest and said that the case was under investigation under Section 16(a) and Section 18 of the MACC Act. A contractor in Perak was charged in the Ipoh Sessions Court with 5 counts of using forged bank statements for tender applications related to building and area cleaning services for schools and educational institutions under the Perak State Education Department in 2016 and 2017. 52-year-old Yunus Abdullah, however, pleaded not guilty after all the charges were read before Judge Dato' Ibrahim Osman. For the first 3 charges, Yunus was accused of using fake bank statements from May, June and July 2017 belonging to Lembah Larut Enterprise, utilised for tender applications in Zone 13 of the Kerian District. The offences were committed in September 2017 at the Kerian District Education Officer, Parit Buntar, Perak. For the remaining 2 charges, he was accused of using forged bank statements from May and June 2016 belonging to Mega MH Resources, used for tender applications in Zone 26 of the Larut, Matang and Selama districts. The offences were committed at the Larut, Matang and Selama District Education Office, Taiping, Perak in August 2016. He was charged under the Penal Code, which could lead to imprisonment for up to 2 years, a fine or both. The court granted him bail of 25,000 ringgit with 1 surety and required him to report to the State MACC office monthly. The case was set for mention on May 30th. Still in Perak, a former officer of the Perak Land and Mines Office pleaded not guilty in the Ipoh Sessions Court on Tuesday to cheating the Perak Agricultural Land Board, resulting in the subdivision of Malay Reserve land covering approximately 649.2 hectares in 2012. 64-year-old Rosli Mohammed entered the plea after the charge was read before Judge Dato' Ibrahim Osman. He was accused of deceiving the Perak Agricultural Land Board into believing that certain land in Mukim Siti Awan, Manjung was not Malay Reserve land through a data correction form dated March 25, 2011. This led to the approval of the land subdivision application to Nadi Agrobusiness Sindrian Berhad, a decision that would not have been made had the board known the matter was not true. The offence was allegedly committed at the State PTG, Jalan Panglima Bukit Gantang Wahab, on January 4, 2012. The charge under the Penal Code carries a jail term of up to 7 years, or a fine or both upon conviction. Ibrahim then set bail at 6,000 ringgit with 1 surety and ordered the accused to report to the nearest Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission office every month. The court fixed May 30th for mention of the case. Cairo to mark the 100th anniversary of the Automobile and Touring Club of Egypt. One of the cars in the fair was a Cadillac Fleetwood model of 1961, which was seized as part of the presidential convoy of late Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser, while other cars dated back to more than 80 years. Let's take a look as we wrap Nightline this time around. With that, I'm Hassanel. Thank you for tuning in, and be well, Malaysia.